new module has successfully been added to the International Space Station to increase its size capacity.
Evil must be punished.
Alrighty, without further ado, let's get right into it here. Astronauts add new section to space station, by Alex Villarreal, Washington, 27 October 2007. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station have successfully attached a new room to the station. They completed the task during the first of 5 spacewalks planned during their 2-week mission. VOA's Alex Villarreal reports from Washington. Crew members of the U.S. Space Shuttle Discovery embarked Friday on the mission's first spacewalk. During the more than 6-hour excursion, the Discovery and International Space Station crews used the station's robotic arm to move a new module, named Harmony, from the shuttle to a temporary location on the space station. Space Station Flight Director Derek Hassman called the day a success. It's not very often that I can report that a day goes exactly as we plan, but this is probably about as close as we get to one of those days. And this is one of those days where you really appreciate all the months and years of planning that go into these missions, he said. The Harmony module, the size of a bus, will provide docking ports for Japanese and European scientific laboratories to be installed on the space station. It will be moved to its permanent location after the shuttle departs. Space Station Program Manager Kirk Shireman said the module is a welcome addition. Today the International Space Station is 18% more volume than it was yesterday with the attachment of Harmony. We were 15,000, about 15,000 cubic feet. Today we're 2,600 cubic feet more. So we're glad to have the extra volume on board ISS. Spacewalkers also worked Friday on a massive solar-powered structure that will be relocated during future spacewalks and retrieve a broken antenna to be returned to Earth. So far, the mission has not encountered major problems. After Discovery docked on Thursday, NASA engineers analyzed photos of the shuttle for damage. NASA officials say the engineers found nothing to warrant more focused inspection. Discovery launched on Tuesday and is expected to return to Earth on November 6. So we've had a pretty extensive addition added to the ISS. A lot of people want to say that the ISS is in space. Well, yes and no. I guess if you want to haggle, you could say that technically it's in space, but in reality, it's more akin to actually being in the upper atmosphere than it is actually in space. But you know, they want to call it space. It's really not. And of course, the space station is well protected within the gravimetric and magnetic fields that surround the Earth and the Moon. So, you know, no danger of any harmful radiation or of any kind that I'm aware of. Supposedly, there's these deadly radiation belts that surround the Earth, but they don't seem to be affecting the space station none. They don't affect the astronauts any. Every astronaut we've ever had has said, "I feel fine," you know. So don't know what the deal is on those deadly radiation belts that are supposedly surrounding the Earth, and why haven't they melted the Moon by now? But anyway, I'm digressing a little bit. But no, of course, anything that gets us a little bit farther to the Moon and to Mars is always a welcome thing. But really what we need is a facility that will allow us to make steel. See, steel made in space. Well, let me back up. Steel made here on Earth during the chemical bonding process, molecular bonding, I should say, is affected by the Earth's gravitational pull. if you could have a steel-making facility in space, there would be no gravitational pull, or very little, and the molecular bonding of the metal itself would actually be stronger. In other words, theoretically you could make steel that's as thin as tissue paper, but 10 times as strong as titanium. That's the theory. Whether it could actually happen in reality or not, I don't know, because we don't have such a facility to test it. Now, the moon would be the ideal place to do this, because the moon has very low gravity, even lower than Mars. Mars has a decent gravity. So if it was me, I would want to have steel factories where they make steel to be put on the moon immediately, and to see at least test the theory. That would be my way to go if I was going to do something, is have these steel factories, put steel factories on the moon that you know, can create steel that's a whole lot stronger. And this stronger steel, as a side bonus, would be able to resist re-entry and that sort of thing when coming back to Earth. There would be less of a need for those expensive ceramic tiles that everybody's using. So, anyway, there it is in a nutshell. The ISS is still progressing, slowly but surely. And that's pretty much it, guys.